Cockroaches, are they causing you problems in the Wilmington area? Whether that be in your high definition televisions, some of your appliances, such as the microwave or the refrigerator, or even in some of your gaming consoles. You ever think about that? Well, there's a reason why they love them so much. We're going to talk about that in our next video, and we're going to see some tips and ways on how we can get rid of them. Well, really the first thing about cockroaches, they're something called thigmophilic. Basically, they just like tight cracks and crevices, tight spaces. They like to get into those little nooks and crannies. Wherever they can find just two spaces, you know, something that adjoins to each other, they want to be right in between them. And so a perfect place is sometimes your electronics. And the reason why, not only are they a tight space, but they're warm. Okay, see, they generate a lot of heat. And so when they generate that heat, those cockroaches want to be in that area. You know, point proven, a lot of times you might hear maybe your refrigerator make a noise, or your gaming console sometimes makes a noise. A lot of times that's the fan cooling those components inside of those devices, because you know they do get warm, or they do get hot. So the cockroaches want to be in that area. Now, let's take a microwave, for example. A microwave is a really common place that we're going to find cockroaches. We do exterminations in kitchens all the time. Obviously, that's a hot spot. They like moisture. But particularly in the microwave, what we're going to see is that when you turn it around, you turn your microwave around, right? You could just see all the areas where, you know, the cockroaches could find themselves, even inside. I've even seen them inside of the display. That's how bad it's been. But what you want to do, or let's just say what you don't want to do, you really don't want to really spray inside of here, because what can happen is you can damage the components. You know, the wiring inside, you don't want to start a fire, okay? And sometimes, you know, spraying in there, you know, things get wet. It's just messy, dripping all over the place. You don't want to do that, okay? And plus, too, it can, you know, you put your food in this, so of course you're not going to want to spray it, you know, with a chemical. And also too, you want to limit that spray, because a lot of the sprays that you can buy over the counter, they're products called repellents. And so that basically it's going to make it a little bit more challenging for, you know, pest pros like myself to come in and do a proper extermination, because it's going to really repel and push those cockroaches into tighter cracks and crevices, you know, and it might prevent you to really getting a good treatment. And plus it can contaminate the things that the professionals put out, that we put out, okay? So what we recommend is, for instances like this, when you find those tight cracks and crevices and sensitive areas, you want to use a bait, okay? You want to use a bait, one, because it's not going to get all over the place. You're not going to see it. You're not going to smell it. You know, it's going to be, you know, inconspicuous, out of the way. You won't even know it's there, but it'll be working. What's going to happen, the cockroaches are going to eat that bait. And some baits even have transfer effects. So even when those cockroaches eat the bait and die, you know, the other roaches can actually eat those roaches that are dead, and they still can be affected by the bait. So, and so what you don't want to do as well is, sometimes there are a lot of different dusts and things like that out on the market that you can use, and very effective at killing cockroaches. But you want to be mindful. There is a motor in here, right? It's a fan in here. So what fan plus the dust, right? It's just going to blow things around in the air. So you want to be careful with that as well. All right. So just some quick tips. And as I say, if all else fails, if you tried everything and all else fails, please give Loyalty Termite and Pest Control a call. Where we like to say, we make pest our problem, not yours.